What's up everyone, the winter anime season has ended quite a while ago and the spring season is well underway, so this is a bit of a late list, but yeah. So here it is, a top 10 list of my favorite animes of the winter 2016 anime season. This list is only going to contain new animes that premiered this season, so no sequels or leftovers, and it's just based on my enjoyment of the anime rather than the quality of the anime. And I only watched a total of 13 new animes in the season, so if it's not on the list, there's a highly possible chance that I didn't watch it. Well, with all that said and done, I'm Joe and Yo, welcome to NewiN's top 10 anime of winter 2016. To begin this countdown, we are heading to Germany in Schwarzmagen. The anime started off rough with a rather generic story about an alien invasion, and Germany is struggling to defend themselves. However, as the show progresses, the story starts slowly getting interesting when East and West Germany are forced to unite together to face the corrupt government faction known as the Stasi. It takes you on a roller coaster ride about fighting the corrupt and knowing who your allies and actual enemies are. Can you trust your comrades or your family more? It really likes to play on that idea. However, there were times that the story does feel too convenient at times. At number 9 is Girls Beyond the Wasteland, and I can't really explain properly why I like this anime, but I was engaged with the characters and the lighthearted story about a group of friends making a game together. It had a nice lighthearted comedy filled with decent music. I really think it was just the team bonding the characters went through, which I loved, seeing the different personalities of the characters collide with each other. Unfortunately, giving the characters a similar goal doesn't quite translate to, well, knowing what the anime wanted to be. Dagashi Kashi comes in at my number 8 spot. Talk about a show with product placement. Dagashi Kashi literally takes the word of Dagashi, Japanese sweets, and makes a show about them. The anime finds some creative ways for the characters to enjoy Dagashi, while also giving the audience an idea of how to eat Dagashi. But also, the characters, especially Hotaru, is really entertaining. The character interactions are the best part of the show, but the show can get repetitive with the product placement and the lack of story progression. At lucky 7 is Prince of Stride Alternative. With Madhouse having a decent track record as of late, I was really looking forward to this. It may have not been exciting as the previous Madhouse anime, but nonetheless, it still looks pretty good. It has a unique art style and some exciting parkour race sequences. It was a nice idea. Instead of taking from traditional sports, they made up a sport of their own with combining relays and parkour. It plays out like a typical sports anime, bonding and learning with your teammates. But I can say that the developments felt a bit forced and too convenient. Completing the first half of this list is Dimension W. Talk about an anime that really tries to go into detail in the world they created and how things are done with new technology. Although it can be confusing at times, I can't deny I enjoy the premise and the story about the two main characters working together to fix things that happened in the past. Each character has a really interesting backstory, and that's what makes this anime really good. The action was good and well paced. However, the world building in this anime gets really confusing and leaves you wondering how things work. At number 5 is Kyoto Anime's Mirror Colors Venom World. This by far was my pick for the best anime series of the season. The animation is amazing, especially during the action scenes, and I love the colors in this world, which fits the name of the show perfectly. Sure, the anime didn't really have much of a story to follow, with each episode being a monster of the week type of escape, but the concept is really interesting, and it was really fun seeing how logic can connect to the world. Plus, the characters are really likable characters. I love each character and the amount of personality they bring into the show. At number 4 is Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash. Instead of an anime about characters getting trapped into an RPG world and blazing through it, Grimgar takes a really dramatic approach. It's a slow-paced plot, heavily driven by character development. As we progress through the storyline, it's really nice to learn more about the characters and seeing the party grow together in a really realistic approach, because it really turns your thinking around about how you see your enemies in-game, as the enemies feel like actual characters wanting to live. The watercolor art style looks gorgeous, but this anime is hard recommended to people because it's really slow. Starting top 3 is Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World. This by far was the funniest anime of the season, and I love its take on trapped in an RPG world setting.
because they take a very close to heart and comedic approach. The main character reminds me of me sometimes, because he has to deal with incompetent teammates, and because of the party and the characters that bring out so many enjoyment in the show. A lot of clever jokes that hit straight at home with any gamers out there. But really, it's the characters that really make the show amazing and fun to watch. Each individual's uniqueness brings so much joy into the show. The runner of this season also comes from Studio Dean, and that is Showa Genraku Rakugo Shinju. The anime has the potential to be anime of the year, if the second cour comes soon, of course, because it is yet to be completed. But the storytelling is amazing. I got really interested in Rakugo. The stories told by the characters are also very entertaining to listen to, while the overall story between the two characters' growth and development was such a beautiful thing to watch. It's a slow-paced anime, but the story is top-notch, and everyone should watch this, even if you're not into Rakugo, because the story is amazing, as always. It feels so real, and they make you really care a lot about the two characters, even though you know it's a tragedy. Before I get to number 1, let me just have a quick honorable mentions to Haikyuu Season 2, Otsumatsu-san, Assassination Classroom, Akagami no Shiryuki Hime, and Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. And my favorite anime of the season at number 1 is Erased. From the very first episode, I was hooked onto the show, and it maintained its consistent quality of enjoyment all the way through. The anime had a very interesting concept of time travel and a deeper meaning behind it. Even though the mystery may be predictable, but I love how they were able to change my thought and thinking of the story and seeing it for what it really was. A coming of age story about a character saving all the victims in the past from their own missteps. It was really interesting to see the story unfold, and the finale revealing the final meaning and themes of the show really changed my output of the show in general. But in all, it was a really entertaining watch because the story and the cinematography, which was amazing.
Well, there you have it. That was my top 10 picks of Winter Anime 2016. I know there's a lot of animes that I left off this list, and that's because I most likely didn't watch them because I cannot possibly watch everything. I'm just one guy. And if you don't agree with this list, that's fine. Everyone has their own opinions, right? And so, guess what? I'd like to know what your top anime of 2016 winter season was. Just leave it in the comments down below. And always, if you do enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Can't be bold. Go watch another video. With that all said and done, let's see what the spring season of anime has to offer us. And with my first impressions, I feel like it's going to be very tough picking a top anime. Sayonara.